Abuja police bust criminal hideouts and ban local wrestling arena. 4 killed in renewed attack on Plateau villages. Fire guards divisional police headquarters in Kano State. From the international scene, Israel kills dozens in Rafah strikes and frees 2 captives. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. The details. In a bid to ensure the safety of lives and properties of FCT residents, the FCT Police Command has implemented a ban on illegal local wrestling houses, commonly known as Gidan Dembe. Noel Samson reports on the decision as a security measure in the nation's capital. Take a look.
The FCT Commissioner of Police announced the ban while parading 297 men and 40 women who were apprehended from illegal wrestling arenas. They were found in possession of firearms, phones, drugs, and other dangerous weapons.
I told you that in our pledge to make sure FCT is cleansed and have a peaceful environment, our int has taken us to an area in Zuba where the kidnappers used to come from their camp, both from Niger, Kaduna, they come from Tafa, from Garam Wuse, from Wuse itself, all in Niger, Kaduna. After kidnapping, they will come to Zuba to rest and enjoy. We went there for a raiding, and you will be surprised. We have raided all these people. So we are going to screen them. You can see the items, the motorcycle. We recovered them. We made sure that none escaped. I want to use this medium to warn those people that illegally, because no person gave you any license, to operate, whether you call it Gidandambe or Gidandrama, you better start now, because you cannot remain in FCT. We are going to ensure we are cleansed from here. We are taking all of them to court so that they will face the law.
The commissioner also seized the opportunity to discuss recent events since assuming office as the 31st FCT Commissioner of Police.
I don't need to start counting the success, because why I don't want to count the success is because we are with them. We know what we are doing, what we want to ensure. We have blocked kidnappers' route. We don't care how we block it. It's a success. We have returned a lot of villages back to their communities with the village heads. We have done so. We have equally ensured that there is no further kidnapping in FCT. It's a success to us. All these ones, we will ensure they will not thrive. We have arrested one chance, many of them. They call them one chance, but they are robbers. As at yesterday, in Utako, we arrested almost 5 or 6 of them. So we'll continue.
Additionally, the command affirmed its dedication to maintaining the safety of FCT residents. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
No fewer than 3 persons were reportedly killed while 2 others injured during an attack in Ikenza village in the Miango district of Rigwe Chiefdom, Bassa local government area of Plateau State. The spokesperson of the Operation Safe Haven, Captain Oya James, while confirming the incident, said the timely response of the troops made the attackers to flee the community. The publicity secretary of the Irigwe Development Association, Davidson Malison, while narrating the incident on Monday, said that 3 persons were killed on Sunday night while 1 other was killed on Saturday. Trust TV's Adjo Musa now gives an update on the issue.
The spokesperson of Operation Safe Haven, Captain Oya James, told me this morning that soon after the receipt of the attack, the command has deploy a good number of troops to restore law and order in the affected community. Even though the spokesperson of Uruguay Development Association said that the people of the affected community are still living in fear because they are afraid that similar attack may be launched. He also confirmed to me that the deceased have been buried since morning. He called on the security agencies to ensure the arrest of the perpetrators of the dastardly act.
Away from security, nurses under the aegis of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives, Abuja chapter, on Monday protested against the new verification certification guidelines released by the Nigerian and Midwifery Council in Nigeria. The nurses expressed displeasure over what they describe as an attempt to hinder their freedom to pursue career opportunities, asking the council to address nurses' welfare, salary scale, shortage of staff and other rights. The protest was carried out at the NMCN's office in Abuja. The NMCN had on February 7, 2024, issued a circular revising the guidelines of requesting verification of certificates for nurses and midwives. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, has voiced grave concerns regarding the disregard and non-compliance with safety standards and regulation exhibited by certain public and private institutions across Nigeria. Addressing the audience in Abuja during the inauguration of the 10th House Committee on Safety Standards and Regulations and the formal launch of its strategic document, the Speaker underscored the fundamental rights of citizens to a safe and hazard-free workplace, a principle universally recognized in human rights declarations. Represented by Deputy Speaker Honorable Benjamin Kalu, Abbas acknowledged the challenge of translating this principle into reality, noting the formidable task of identifying, eliminating and controlling hazards effectively. Expressing dismay over the persisting disregard for existing safety standards and regulations, despite efforts from government bodies, institutions, NGOs, and safety advocates, the Speaker highlighted the dire consequences of unsafe practices leading to catastrophic incidents such as fatal motor accidents, explosions, boat mishaps, accidental discharge, and market fires.
Safety must be applied, especially when all of us believes in the saying that goes, charity begins at home. Are we truly safe in this complex? Are we actually following the safety standard allowed by international best practices? If not, let the charity of this committee start at home. I've seen here needs analysis, here SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat. And I'm actually in sync. Our views as leadership is in sync with those analyses.
The Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, will on Wednesday launch the 50,000 Naira Go Cash transfer to 15,000 beneficiaries under the Lagos Market Trader Money Initiative. Commissioner for Agriculture, Abishola Olusanya, said this at the weekend during a one-day sensitization for traders at the Lagos Fresh Food Agro Hub in Idioro, Mushin. Olusanya called for partnership among food-producing states to address food shortage and insecurity in the country. Tragedy struck Sunday midnight into Monday morning as a gas explosion caused a fire outbreak in residential makeshift structures covering over 2 hectares of land as Star Road by Horizon Heights, Ikate Elegushi, Lekki area of Lagos State. The incident, which was attributed to negligence on the part of the occupants, destroyed properties worth millions of naira in the process. According to an eyewitness, the unfortunate incident happened at about 11 p.m. and lasted into the early hours of Monday. Men of the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service, Lagos State Emergency Management (LASEMA), and other emergency responders who raced to the scene were able to curtail the raging inferno from the makeshift structures, preventing a further spread to other adjoining highbrow properties. However, it was gathered that 62 gas cylinders were discovered during firefighting, which aided in the spread of the fire as they were triggered simultaneously. The inferno was eventually put out at about 1 a.m., while the mop-up exercise was concluded around 3 a.m. for the enumeration of property. This process was still ongoing at press time. Properties destroyed in the inferno included makeshift structures, household contents, cash, and other valuables worth millions of naira. While reacting to the incident, the Director, Lagos Fire and Rescue Service, Margaret Adesheye, stated that the prompt intervention of firemen from the Oniru and Lekki Phase 2 fire stations saved the inferno from further damage to adjoining properties. Adesheye said that a preliminary investigation conducted attributed the cause of the inferno to negligence on the part of the occupants. The police command in Kano State says the divisional police office in Nasarawa local government area has been gutted by fire. The State Commissioner of Police, Usaini Gumel, disclosed in Kano that the incident occurred in the early hours of Monday. According to him, at about 5:45 a.m., the divisional police headquarters was engulfed by fire and a major part of the building was burned down completely. Gumel said investigation is ongoing to unravel the cause of the fire. You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, we'll take a look at inland dry port to open in Katsina. This and more after the break. Stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is News Update on Trust TV. Here's a recap of our top stories. Abuja police bust criminal hideouts and banned local wrestling arena. 4 killed in renewed attack on Plateau villages. Moving on to more stories. Shell Petroleum Development Company of Nigeria Limited says it has completed the supply of over 475,000 barrels of crude oil to the Port Harcourt Refining Company Limited through its Boni Oil and Gas Terminal. This, according to a statement signed by the Media and Relations Manager Abimbola Essien Nelson, is in furtherance of the federal government's commitment to increase domestic refining capacity and make products more readily available in the country. She said the BOGT resumed this supply last week after a prolonged outage of over 5 years, during which time the refinery underwent rehabilitation and integrity activities on its supply pipeline from BOGT. Inland dry port in Funtua may open a new vista in the Katsina State when the facility begins operation this year. International business, importers and exporters of goods and services in the northwest region of the country will do business with ease. Abdullahi Yamadi completes the report.
This inland dry port was conceptualized in 2022 by the Nigerian government to help in boosting businesses through import and exports, as well as decongesting the nation's seaports. Buildings of warehouses, access roads, and other structures necessary for the smooth operations of the dry port have been completed, with officials ready to handle clearance and other operations. The dry port, when fully operational, is expected to serve as origin and destination of containers of goods directly from seaports through Lokoja Waterway in Kogi State. One of the officials of the Funtua dry port, who preferred not to be mentioned, said goods from seaports will be conveyed to Lokoja on barge for onward transportation on trucks and trains to Funtua, where traders will collect their goods after clearance. The official expressed worry over the incessant vandalization of Zaria-Funtua railway line, which is frustrating plans to commence train transportation of cargoes from the nation's seaports to the hinterland. Although the Funtua Inland Dry Port has commenced informal conveyance of freight, the train service is considered pivotal for cost effectiveness and risk management. The official assured that the government is doing all that is necessary to fix the rail line before the commissioning date in the first quarter of 2024 by Nigeria's President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Traders here, who are hopeful that the difficulties they always face in clearing and conveyance of cargoes at the nation's seaports to the hinterland will soon be over, urged government to actualize its plans of commissioning the Funtua Dry Port as soon as possible.
One of the benefits is provision of employment opportunity to our teeming youth who are jobless, improvement of revenue generation. Definitely, the revenue generation of the state and the country at large will improve. Then number 3, it will promote the import and export of agricultural products, and so on and so forth.
Funtua is the center of economic prosperity in the northwestern part of Nigeria. What we produce for exports and what we import will significantly boost our entire livelihood. This project will, when completed and commissioned, our local production will be increased. We are appealing for immediate commissioning of this project. Funtua Dry Port will not only rejuvenate the nation's economy, but will also give a boost to government's efforts tailored towards ending insecurity in Nigeria. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
On the international scene, Israel has carried out airstrikes in the southern Gaza city of Rafah, killing dozens as Palestinians brace for a major offensive on the densely crowded urban area. There were conflicting reports of the death toll following the pre-dawn strikes on Monday. According to Palestinian officials, the Israeli strikes hit 14 houses and 3 mosques in Rafah. Away from there, Qatar has released 8 former Indian naval officers previously sentenced to death on charges of spying for Israel. India's Ministry of External Affairs thanked Doha on Monday as it announced that the octet had been freed. The details surrounding their arrest, sentencing, and commuting remain unclear. The men were reportedly arrested in August 2022 due to the accusations that they had passed sensitive submarine-related information to Israeli intelligence. And finally, in sport, Super Eagles coach Jose Paciero has admitted the Elephants of Ivory Coast were the better side following the former's loss in the 2024 African Cup of Nations. Sebastian Haller scored a dramatic late winner as host Ivory Coast fought back to beat Super Eagles of Nigeria 2-1 in Sunday's African Cup of Nations final and complete the most remarkable of major tournament turnarounds by claiming their 3rd continental title. Sunday's win was an incredible achievement for an Ivory Coast side that was on the brink of elimination in the group stage after losing 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea on January 22nd. And with that, we wrap up News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms and join our YouTube live stream for more news programs and documentaries. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.